Wasn't anything about that at all. It was a great title that certainly got my attention. I thought he was going to talk about his engagement, but no. When I got to his blog, I actually skipped over his email about 4 times before I finally went to it last night and did look at the blog. And I think certainly the preliminary communication with the club was extensive. And it had a blog, it had a YouTube thing that talked about the actual message that Jack had, but that went on for 10 minutes. And I actually watched the entire blog. My suggestion here is that it was tough to get through all that stuff, and it was only by the grace of God, I think, that I took enough time to even bother, because that was a lot of stuff. It might have been better for this speech to have, less maybe. Generally, 1 minute is my cutoff. If there's any kind of a video on there that I click on that's more than a minute, usually the ad itself is 30 seconds, let's forget it. And I wouldn't go beyond it. So there was a lot of stuff here. When you got up here, you were kind of low-key in your start. You didn't have that enthusiasm and that dynamism that you often have. Gradually, you worked into it, but you didn't start at the beginning with that dynamicness that could have drawn us into the speech. So maybe for next time, you were so much into this whole thing, you're probably out of energy at that point for a while. So we should start at least energetic. I like the idea that you did bring some other people into your talk, but I would say pre-arrange this ahead of time so they're not caught off guard. John Sue was obviously caught off guard. He had to think a little bit about what he was going to say, and he was a real trooper and said something, but it took away from your time because he didn't know it was coming. So that would be one suggestion that I would have. And you did refer to your blog and the internet for future use, so your speech isn't over until whatever you put on that blog that you're going to tell us about tomorrow or whatever is done. So he's really not through with the speech yet. A couple things on the PowerPoint. First of all, you did a good job of staying out of the way of the slide itself so we can see it. One thing I would suggest, particularly with us old guys that have had eye surgery, we had a kind of a bright dark blue lettering on a dark blue screen, which was a little hard to read, and there was kind of a faded yellowish green on a dark green screen, which was almost impossible for me to read. So for us older guys, we need to think about the contrast between the text and the background. So, at any rate, he also said, well, if you comment on my blog, I'll give you a free booklet. I expect everybody to whip out their cell phones, and they were all more courteous than that and did not do that. So, Jack, this was a tremendous speech. It was a hard job. It was a hard thing to do, and you put a lot of effort into it. Congratulations, and that's, I think, the final speech in this manual for you. So,
it is. Thank you.